Ever notice how AI text generators can be incredibly fast, but also just plain wrong sometimes? It's a huge problem, right? Well, a new breakthrough called LLaDA 2.1 is finally teaching AI a very, very human skill: how to go back and fix its own mistakes. Okay, so let's get right into it. For the longest time, AI has been stuck in this classic trade-off. Like the whole tortoise and the hare story. You could have the slow, methodical tortoise, super careful, always correct, or you could have the lightning-fast hare, blazing fast, but it makes mistakes. You pretty much had to pick one. So let's start by unpacking why this has been such a headache. Why doesn't AI get locked into its own errors in the first place? This diagram really shows the old way of doing things. The key takeaway is right there at the bottom. Traditional models are error-locked. See, they generate text one word at a time, and once a word is chosen, that's it. The decision is permanent. It's like writing in pen. There's just no going back to erase it, even if you just made a huge mistake. And there's actually a name for this problem. It's called exposure bias. As the researchers point out here, when one of these big models makes a mistake early on, things can spiral out of control. The AI either just keeps building on that mistake, creating total nonsense, or it slams on the brakes and slows to a crawl, becoming way too cautious to avoid making things even worse. And the end result? Well, it's often a failure. The research paper gives this perfect example where a model tries to finish a famous quote. But because it spit out the wrong word early in the sentence and was totally stuck with it, the final output was just wrong, factually incorrect, a complete misquote. But what if AI didn't have to write in permanent ink? What if it could use a pencil and an eraser? The researchers behind LLA 2.1 have come up with a totally new and honestly revolutionary solution to this very problem. They're calling it the draft and edit paradigm, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Instead of trying to be perfect from the very first word, the AI is now designed to work a lot more like a person does. It just bangs out a quick, rough draft, and then it goes back to review, refine, and you guessed it, correct its own errors. So it all boils down to this super simple two-step process. Step 1, draft with speed. Get the ideas down, don't worry about perfection. Then, step 2, go back and edit for accuracy. It's so simple and intuitive because, well, it's exactly how we all work, right? Okay, now let's see how this awesome new paradigm creates two really distinct and powerful modes that you, the user, can choose from depending on exactly what you need. And this gives us two incredible options. Over on the left, we've got speedy mode, or S mode. This is all about getting a result as fast as you possibly can, knowing that the AI can fix it later. And then on the right, you've got quality mode, or Q mode, which is a bit more cautious, but still uses that all-important editing power. So here's how S mode actually works. Don't worry about all the technical details in the diagram. The magic is in this thing called global reevaluation. The AI makes a really fast, aggressive guess. And yeah, at first it produces the wrong word. But then its new editing superpower kicks in. It reevaluates the whole sentence, finds the mistake, and swaps in the correct word. Just like that, error fixed. And what about quality mode? Well, here, the first draft is a little more conservative, trying to minimize errors from the get-go. But the key is that it still has that essential power to go back, edit, and refine its own work to make absolutely sure the final output is perfect. And the result is beautiful. Whether you tell it to go for speed or for quality, the outcome is the same: success. The AI can now reliably fix its own mess-ups, getting that Heraclitus quote perfectly right, the same quote that older models just couldn't handle. So all this sounds fantastic in theory, but does it actually work in the real world? Well, the performance numbers from the research paper are, to be honest, just staggering. Just take a look at this number. On a really complex coding test called Human Eval Plus, LLaDA 2.1 in speedy mode hits an incredible 892 tokens per second. To put that into perspective, that is a huge leap in generation speed over what was possible before. This chart just drives the point home. Look at the dark blue and purple bars for LLaDA 2.1. They absolutely tower over everything else. This isn't just a small, little improvement. We're talking about a game-changing acceleration in how fast AI can perform. So let's just zoom out for a second and really think about what a breakthrough like this actually means for the future of AI. What are the big implications here? The single biggest takeaway is that we are finally moving past that old dilemma. We don't have to choose between the slow, correct tortoise and the fast, flawed hare anymore. This new approach gives us an AI that can truly be both. And all of this translates into real, tangible benefits. It makes AI more efficient, because faster generation means lower costs. It makes it way more reliable, thanks to that self-correction ability. And it makes it so much more versatile, able to adapt to whatever you need most in that moment, whether it's raw speed or perfect precision. And this leaves us with a pretty exciting question to chew on. By teaching AI one of our most fundamental creative skills, the simple act of drafting and editing, we've unlocked a whole new level of what's possible. The big question now is, what's next?